I've spent over $20 million in ads and I've generated over 100 million for my clients. And for some reason, I have not been able to find a funnel that converts better than this ugly piece of crap right over here. In fact, this funnel that you're looking at right now has generated more than 13,000 leads for my client AT&T. Yes, the billion-dollar telecommunication company in the United States. They hit me up and said, look, we need leads and our website doesn't really convert. So we try to beat their website, and ultimately what we found is that a very simple landing page like this converts best. Now, why it converts, how you get it to convert, and how I've used the same process to not just scale my agency to multi-seven figures, but help two other agencies get to 8 figures, and a bunch of my students in both the free school community that I have and my paid one-on-one mentorship clients that you can learn a bit more about on my Instagram. I've been using this very same method. So if you watch this entire video, my promise to you is that you will be able to drive traffic with paid ads to a very, very simple quiz funnel like this and generate thousands of leads, hundreds of booked appointments, and close dozens of deals every single month like I have. So with that said, let's dive in. Why? Why the heck does this work? Well, you see, my friend, trust is at an all-time low right now, but it wasn't always this way. You know, in the beginning of time, when it came to the internet, we could have low quality videos and, you know, people would be pretty much fine with it. And over time, what ended up happening is that we needed to increase our production quality, videos, content, images, websites even. And so what we found now is that we're over here, where the quality doesn't matter as much, but the trust level will still be high. And so what I'm trying to say over here is that, look, I found that with landing pages that look as simple as this, we can just start with a very specific primary promise, a mechanism, and a call out to who we go after. So, for example, roofing contractors, I will get you 50 roof replacements every single month using my Roofs on Demand program without you having to run paid ads, chase leads around, and pay for marketing that doesn't work. You see, it's very simple. You make a promise like that on the actual landing page and it will convert. Now, with that said, if you are running ads for chiropractors, dentists, if you're some sort of a service-based business, this can work for you. And how it works is by having that simple opt-in page, making sure that in the opt-in page, that on the quiz, we're not asking for anything more than what's necessary, okay? In this case, generally speaking, if we're working with roofing contractors, we want to qualify them on making sure they're actually the owner of the company, or if they're the CMO, or if they're a sales rep or some like crew member. For the last two, sales rep and crew member, we're going to treat that lead very differently because we have the information that they may not actually be in a position to buy or afford our product, which could be, you know, anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 to $10,000, depending on, you know, what you might be selling. So that's a pertinent key piece of information that I generally want to get. And then the next thing that I want to understand is what the monthly revenue is at, because I'm going to again treat a lead that's doing less than, you know, $300,000 a year differently to the company that's doing $3 million a year. So I want to know exactly where those revenue levels are. Now, here's the thing. In the beginning, I don't recommend asking for anything more than the, you know, who is opting in and how much they're making, plus the company name, phone number, email, and all that good stuff. The reason being that whenever we start running paid ads to a landing page like this, we have one problem and one problem only. And I want you to remember this, and that is a lead volume issue. Okay, a lead volume issue. And when we have a lead volume issue, it means that we just want more leads. We want to fill our pipeline up with more people that are saying, yes, I want your service. Now, over time, once we solve the actual lead volume issue, we can then start solving the next issue, which is a lead quality issue. And it's in the lead quality issue where we now start perhaps not allowing people that are doing less than a certain revenue or that are not a certain position in the company, we start segmenting them and not allowing them to opt in or book time. Or we try to disqualify them by telling them the price right away of the service. And if they still want to proceed, then they can book a call. So that really is the next step, right? After the opt-in, which is a call booking page. And generally speaking, with this sort of a situation, on the call booking page, I don't want to have more than 3 days of availability over there. Because in the sales world, the farther out someone is to actually showing up to the call, like a week out, 2 weeks out, even 5 days out, the less likely they are to buy. That's why the whole concept of speed to lead is so important. You see, when someone opts in, literally, even if they just opt in and book a call, I would still call them. I would literally still call them and say, hey, I saw you booked in a time, just wanted to introduce myself, make sure that you chose a time that actually worked for you and there wasn't an error. Okay, cool. By the way, do you actually have some time right now to speak? Right? Having that kind of a mindset is very, very powerful. Speed to lead. So it's the same concept over here. Speed to appointment. We want to reduce that time as much as possible. Ideally, they can get on the same day or the next day. I've even seen, sales teams that don't even have availability beyond, the next 48 hours. So that's my recommendation for that. And on the thank you page, we want to basically have a wall of testimonials. That's where we inundate them with testimonials, case studies, social proof, not on the actual opt-in page, not in the actual ad. Because you see, again, trust, right now is actually also at an all-time low, but also the quality to produce trust of the ad or the actual website, in my eyes, doesn't need to be that high. And case in point, if you're still watching this video right now, is that I don't have a crazy editing team over here. This is literally just me on Loom. I don't have any special lighting. I don't have a special microphone. I'm just going off sharing straight facts with you. And, I get even people off these videos hitting me up every single week, joining first, again, the free school community. But I have people messaging me in the DMs all the time, just saying literally, yo, I want to meet with you. I want to speak with you. Can you do this for me? Or can you mentor me, etc.? And that just shows the power of just having great content, having a great offer, because that's really what all this hinges on, right? All this hinges on having a very great offer with AT&T. Get 10x faster Wi-Fi in just 72 hours. Boom, great offer. So I would really recommend working on this over here, spending some time figuring out firstly who your demographic is, who you're going after. And even if you already know that, which most people that are watching these videos are already doing 25, 50, 70K plus, you already know who your demographic is, but you've been lazy. You're being lazy just like I was, where maybe you haven't actually gone down and written out exactly what their pain points are, what their desires are, what transformation they truly want. Because out of everything, people want to make more money. Right? And if we can articulate that you're going to make more money using my mechanism, that's money in the bank every single time. Right? It's money in the bank every single time. In this case over here, it's a B2C audience, so I'm not going to say that this is the best example of that. But even in this case over here, truth be told, this is actually from one of the guys in the school community, and he sent me being like, hey, I'm using your method and everything, but I'm not getting the highest quality lead right now. And I said, yo, that's because you're not actually talking about an outcome over here. You're just talking about your pricing model. The pricing model is not a mechanism. This is just saying, hey, stop doing this pain point thing that you've been doing before and instead do a pay per deal. But this doesn't really solve the pain point per se, because it could be a very, very low quality lead. And if they're going to ultimately pay per deal, it does in a way, I guess, solve their problem of not wanting to pay for leads and marketing unless it actually works. But it doesn't solve your problem, which is wanting to get a high quality individual. Because with something like this, it screams, hey, any roofer at any revenue, if you want jobs, I can give them to you. And guess what? I'm so cheap that I'll only get paid on you closing a very cheap job, a very cheap roof. So this is not the kind of vibe that we want to go with. I was strictly using this as an example because it's a simple quiz funnel. But I've already mentioned to this individual in the school community on how he could improve this. And again, if you want that kind of feedback from me as well directly, you're more than welcome to hop into the school community. We actually have a calendar where we do weekly Tuesday live calls with me, yours truly. There's a Zoom link in there that you can save. And basically, I'll do one-on-one ad support for anyone that hops in over here. If you want to book me for a call after you get in, I'm doing free one-on-ones only for those people that are in the free school community. And so if you watch my videos and you think there's been a lot of value, you can check out the description or the comment section for the school community link, or you can connect with me on Instagram. More than happy to chat with anyone that wants to implement this or just wants some feedback. My evil intention over here is that I want to give as much free value to as many agency owners and service-based businesses as possible, and then a select few will work with me one-on-one to actually implement it for them, and I'll take a percentage of revenue. And then really on top of that, I'm even open to doing it for you if the numbers make sense, of course, but most people won't qualify for that. At the very least, you can take advantage of the free stuff. So I hope this was enjoyable. I hope this helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.